One. Okay. Is that a location or? Awesome. San Francisco. Okay, Houston. Beautiful, beautiful. What are you guys excited about tonight? What are you most excited about? Learning more about this. Okay. Learn about corporate housing. Hell yeah, increasing my income. Absolute financial freedom, right? Who here want to get some absolute financial freedom? Put some love in the chat, man. Put some love in the chat. Yeah, this is real, right? I'm real, right? I'm live. This is not a recorded video, okay? I'm definitely, this is real. Gula. Sorry, I butchered your name. All right, JC, what's up? Here for some love. Okay, good. I guess. Oh, you always use some love. So yeah, financial freedom, baby. Absolute financial freedom, okay? Who in here want to make six-figure income? Who in here want to have money freedom, time freedom, and location freedom? Right? Boom. There's three kinds of freedom that I did not even know about. Time freedom, platinum freedom. Yes, so I'm reading platinum. Hey, what's up, my platinum sister, brother, Sylvia. That's right. Let's go. Tony Robbins, love him. Love Uncle G's too. Grant Cardone. I love all my mentors, man. Russell Brunson. I'm about to go see Russell Brunson next week. Hanging out with him in Mexico. Super excited about see Uncle G tomorrow. Anybody in Miami gonna go to Uncle G Real Estate Summit tomorrow? Grant Cardone, Millionaire. Hell yeah. And then June we're gonna go to Safari with all the Tony Robbins Platinum. We're gonna go to Africa, baby. That's right, Africa. Can't believe I'm going to Africa, man. I'm so excited. I always want to see the safari. But anyway, all right, welcome everybody. We're gonna get started right now. Yes. Bring your peeps, bring your peeps. Let's get the show on the road here. We don't got all day. We're only gonna be here for the next 3 hours. Just kidding. All right, I'm gonna do my best. I know your time is valuable, so it's mine. I charge $10,000 per hour. Like, seriously. So anyway, I'm gonna do my best, everything in my power to make it worth your while tonight. Okay, so let's go. All right, tonight we're gonna talk about the 4th step that I took to go from immigrant to multi-millionaire with corporate housing without owning any properties, have any employees or real estate experience. Sounds good? By the end of tonight's webinar, you will learn all this, I went through all this to literally, as an immigrant with nothing, to become a multi-millionaire, retire in my early 30s, travel around the world, have absolute financial freedom, time freedom, money freedom, location freedom, and friendship freedom. Love that, right? I can hang out with whoever I want. If I don't like you, no thank you, right? If I love you, I do anything for you. So let's go. Okay. All right, stay to the end. I will give you the blueprints on how you can do this too. Anybody would like that? Would like that? Okay. All right. All right, real quick video about me.
Not anything is big.
All right. Love that, man. Love that stuff. Okay, so anyway, I invested over $1 million into my mindset and strategies. Been entrepreneurs for 20 years now, guys, 20 years. Who here invested more than $1 million into themselves? Okay. I want to congratulate you because you are probably the rare 0.10001% of the world. Why did I do that? Because I know the fastest way to pull time and money forward is to pay somebody to teach me what they know, so I can compress decades into days. How many here want to get compressed decades into days? Like literally pulling time and money forward so you can get to your goal 10, 20, 30 years faster, right? So I was looking at people in my seniors 20, 30 years from me, and they're still working the same old job. I'm like, I don't want that. I want to have absolute financial freedom as soon as I can, right? So I discovered the one vehicle that helped me to get absolute financial freedom. Anybody want to know what that is? Put down in the chat, you want to know what that is, okay? But no matter what the obstacle, I refuse to give up, right? I learned from the right people, right? Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Richard Branson. Also, anybody a fan of Richard Branson? I have the honor to play with Sir Richard Branson a few games of chess at his home in Necker Island, and it's forever changed my life. He worth about $5 billion. He owned hundreds of companies. And, you know, you definitely, and then Tony Robbins, a billionaire, Grant Cardone worth 2.3 billion. So you need time and money and freedom to hang out with these billionaires, okay? Right? So, but I learned from them. I learned to not to give up. The number one thing I learned, number one is commit. Number two, take massive action. Number three is just keep changing your approach until you make it happen, right? So to show you what's possible, right here, some of my screenshot of my students, you know, that's what matters. It's not what I achieve, what my students achieve. You can see here for 30 nights, $8,000 for 1 month, guys. $8,000. They rent that home for probably like 3,000. So they're making like 4,000 a month right there, that one property. This one probably for 15K, only 2 months. Not even that, 55 nights for 15K. That's 7,500 a month. Okay. So, and these people only like never really got any experience. I think one of them was also an immigrant. But anyway. And then this Sunday right here, second property, have a 3-month stay through insurance, 3-month stay, guys. Boom. I'm not talking about 3-4 nights for Airbnb and then you have to host it all over again. These people are insurance company, insurance paid. These are companies. They will come, they will stay, and they take care of the property. They don't want to lose their job, right? And if anything wrong, the company is going to take care of it as well. So check this out, $12,000 checks right here, you know, roof, boom, for my students, right? And here we have Anne, one of my friend from before, right? She want to know what I do. She's a burnout corporate job, you know, working like what you call it, loan processor, for crying out loud. So I try and take care of her 2 kids, working 50 hours a week, overwork, underpay. And within her first month, she got 4 properties, making $8K a month, more than she make in her job within her first month, guys. You guys listening? In 3 months, she was making $20K a month, and she quit her job after 6 months. How many here want to like have absolute financial freedom within 3 to 6 months? You know, and now she just finished a 6 weeks long dream vacation in Vietnam with her family. 6 weeks long, guys, 6 weeks. And she's making like 20K plus a month. She had 15 properties now. She probably needs to make more. Yeah. So 6 weeks just out of the country and still making that more than what most doctors make, right? We have Amanda on the bottom right here. She's in California, right? People say, oh, California is so expensive, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? You can rent more when you're in an expensive state like Florida or California. So for each home, she's making 4K a month. She only had like 8 homes, so she's making like 20-something K a month, right? And she has 5 kids. So now she's just travel around the world and do whatever you want to do, you know, stay-at-home mom. For more, here we have Kenny and Camille, in their 20s, man, 25, 26 years old. Became financial freedom with this. We have Nick, who's been in the Airbnb old business for a long time, but he have been buying property. So he only like after 5-6 years, he only have like 2 duplexes. Okay. Within like a few months with us, he like tripled his portfolio, right? And then he got so successful, he became one of our coach. Okay. Also, Anne became one of our coach too, right? That says a lot when your students become the coach or coaching other people, right? That's real success right there. The goal for this training is I will teach you how to make multiple 6-figure income throughout this journey without using any other people's property, without any real estate experience, and without spending more than 5 hours a week. And nobody else is teaching this, guarantee you this, okay? At this level, basically. I'm the really only guy that's really pioneer this, that actually show you guys after 8 years of experience that actually teach you this. Some people say, you know, I teach this, blah, 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 they got like 2 properties, right? I have 25 properties, okay? So my story, I'm not anything special, guys. I was an immigrant from a third world country. We came here, all 4 of us sleep in one tiny bedroom. Imagine that, one mattress. That's it. My mom, my sister, my dad, and I. Okay, and we would hear gunshots as I come home. My mom and dad would pray for me to make it home every night, right? And we didn't know any English. It would take me hours every night just to look up dictionary to know what the hell the homework was. Not talking about just doing it. So I would see my mom and dad slaving away at the dry cleaner each and every day, literally 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Imagine that, 6-7 days a week. So they had to get up at 5 a.m. and they had to go to sleep at 9 p.m. and then do it all over again. And I would see my mom cut and burn herself. At 11 years old, I would see them crying themselves to bed. And I was like, I was determined to do whatever it takes, morally, ethically, legally, to help them retire, to live the American dream, and to take them travel around the world. How many here know that your family deserves more, right? So how are we going to do it? Because we thought the way to go to school, get a good grade, become a doctor, lawyer, and that's how I got the American dream, right? How many been sold that before, okay? So that's exactly what I did. So for the next 8 years after, well, finished high school, that was a long journey. 8 years after that, college, earned my doctorate in pharmacy and MBA. And this time I had to sleep on the basement in Utah, of all places, freezing cold, surviving off of ramen noodles, McDonald's, Subway, and Little Caesar pizza. You know what I'm talking about? I hope you can't relate. But anyway, so after I graduated, within my first year, I became the #1 pharmacy of the year for a Fortune 10 company for that district, okay? And I thought I made it. I was like, man, yes, I'm going to take care of mom. Don't worry about anything. I'm going to take care of you, you know, dad, all good, right? Next thing I know, what that got me was more work and less pay. I mean, the same amount of pay, like 2% bonus a year. I mean, doesn't even keep up with inflation, right? And then more KPIs. So that way, less help, less support for my tech, right? Because they know that they can work me more and pay me the same, right? Because they know that I can handle it. So I was like, this is BS, man. I didn't work all my life with this. You know, I was driving an hour to work, an hour home, skipping lunches, you know, have nothing after the end of the month anyway. I was making like 10K a month, big deal. After taxes, more like 7K. After school loans, it's like 5K. How many here got school loans? You know what I'm talking about, right? PhDs stand for power higher and deeper, okay? So I got like 400K in student loans I had to pay off, right? And I was like, man, there's no way out. So I was trapped, I was burnt out, and on top of everything, my mom was diagnosed with cancer, okay? So I was like, man, I gotta figure out something fast here. You know, I don't know how much time she got, all the dreams, all the things that I have promised her, and myself, my dad, never really come to fruition, right? And the last thing I want to see is she's gone from me, from this world, without me accomplishing what I promised her. That would not be, that would be like a nightmare for me. You guys understand? Because she and my dad was like the most important people in my life, because they sacrificed every single thing for me. You guys know what I'm saying? You guys got a loved one that sacrificed literally everything for you, and you feel like you can never repay all that debt, right? So from then I tried all kind of businesses, you know, from Amazon to drop shipping to MLM to try multifamily storage. You name it, I probably try it, okay? Whatever you say, I'm gonna give it a shot, right? What I found is that those businesses, even though they are great, the businesses, they usually require 2 things, either a lot of time or a lot of money, which I did not have, right? I was working 40, 50 hours, driving hour back, living paycheck to paycheck very much, right? So how am I going to find something that does not require a lot of money, does not require a lot of time, right? So I mean, like, for example, like multifamily is great, but you need like $2.5 million to make 4% dividends, like 10K a month, right? How long would it take for me to save $2.5 million, right? I mean, Amazon, eBay, dropshipping, I'm sure people will make it, but that take like freaking a full-time job, you know? How am I going to get the time to try to compete with all these people that have been in the industry for a long time? All right. And we're not even going to go to MLMs. Okay. MLM is just not a beast, man. Super tough. Anyway, I was frustrated, I was burned out, and I was trapped, right? How many here ever feel like frustrated, burned out, or trapped? Right? I felt them all. I pretty much like hit rock bottom. I did everything society told me to do. I got my doctorate, I got my MBA, I went to school, I did great, I didn't go party, I studied my ass off, I worked my butt off, and then this is what I got. It's a dead end, being lost and miserable and rock bottom, not living the life that I always dream of, right? But that is when I met somebody who gave me the epiphany. What is the epiphany that changed my life forever? The epiphany is that I could rent vacant homes and I sublet it on Airbnbs and other platforms and scale to freedom. That's it. Is that you don't have to own everything. You need to control everything. Write that down, guys. You don't have to own anything. You want to control everything. Does Airbnb own any properties? No, right? Does Uber own any cars? No, right? And aren't they the biggest, baddest companies out there? The world is changing, guys. Either we change with it or we get lost behind. You guys hear me? Yeah, put some love in the chat, right? This one idea literally revolutionized the way I think, because I could leverage somebody else's property. Leverage is the key to success, right? We leverage other people's money, other people's time, and now this other people's properties, you see? And by doing that, for the price that I would buy one home, I can do 10 arbitrage and make 20K a month. How many in here 20K a month will change your life? All right. All you need to do is just rent 10 homes and sublet them. That's it. If you do 2 a month, that's 5 months away. 5 months away from now, you can literally be living the life of your financial freedom. Okay. Why? Because the old model you exchange your time for money directly. What's the worst trade in the world, guys? 1 hour of your life equal X amount of dollars. That's the worst trade in the world, right? Your time for money. Okay. And then they told us to put money in a safe place so 40, 50 years from now, just maybe we'd be alive and we'd be healthy enough to actually pull the money out and enjoy it. How many in here got money in those, you know what I'm talking about, 401k, IRA and all that, right? How many here actually see people that actually got rich, wealthy, and free, and they are young doing that? I'm talking about young, like 30s and 40s, right? I haven't seen anybody. So, if that plan is working, then we talk. But I mean, I haven't seen anybody, and I know a lot of people. So, something's not right. But what I do see is all the hedge funds manager, the young bucks, they are the one that flying helicopter, eating calamari, caviar, whatever it is, and going to, Cancun, Mexico, whatever, exotic places, Thailand, Bali, right? Those are the ones that get rich. But anyway, so after 50 years, what? I mean, that's the BS plan. What's the new model? You want to create a scalable, equitable business model where you do not directly exchange your time for money. You want to earn money while you sleep, guys. How many here want to earn money while you sleep, right? And which is what we are doing with this business. Literally, we earn money while people sleep at our property, right? Like literally, okay? And then you want to continue to reinvest into your business for years to come, and you have multiple streams of income. Write this down. Multiple streams of income is how you get financial security, financial freedom. It's not your job, it doesn't give you financial security. Sorry to break it to you, okay? Why? Because if your income is solely depending on your job, and if your job is trading your time for money, if something happened to you, what happens to your income, guys? All right, exactly. It's like me, even I was pharmacist making 6-figure income. Something happened to me, Who's gonna take care of my mom and dad and my family? Okay. But now imagine you have 30 sources of income. If 2 of the houses burn down, that's only like 5% of your income. Is it gonna change your lifestyle? No, you just, and with what I know, I just go out there and rent 2 more like that quick, you know? So your money is indirect, your income is in direct proportion to the value you provide to the marketplace, not your time or your hard work. Amazing concept that changed my life. So remember that, guys. These are the secrets, the little nuggets. I'm giving you the gems that took me years to figure out. That was somebody told me, when I was a lot younger. All right, the hard way is definitely on your own. When I started out, I was really confused about picking the right location, the pricing strategy, managing staff, hospitality, how to scale. I actually lost thousands of hours and probably like millions of dollars worth of opportunity costs. Okay, I closed more than 10 Airbnbs. Imagine opening up, closing it down, opening up, closing it down, right? 10 times. Okay, the good thing is I didn't give up because I had to figure this shit out by myself, right? So let me save you from these nightmares, right? So the hard way is definitely on your own. I have no mentor, no support group, no help with all the little stuff that comes with becoming a mega host and a financial free. Okay. However, I figured it out, and I scaled to 23 Airbnbs, make 6-figure within months, and the rest is history, right? Why is this different? Number one, corporate clients, they stay for months instead of days, right? 2, we make 2 times the market rents, 2 times the market rents while minimizing management. You understand? So we actually charge them double the market rents. Let's say I rent a home for 2,500. I usually sublet it out for 5,000. You see, I make like 2K a month, right? And then you got 10 times less the management and 10 times more the freedom. You see? And then escape the regulations and have more tax exempts, right? Because all the vacation rental got so much tax regulations and all that, right? And it's a much better clientele because it's a business to business, B2B, you see? It's a much better clientele, guys. So that's why I have built this whole mastermind mentorship for a reason, because it really changed my life, and I want to pass on and changing other people's lives. We have hundreds of students nationwide and change so many lives nationwide, right? So that is why this is different from any other like Airbnb business or any other business out there, guarantee, okay? Because we know how to leverage property. When you agree that real estate is probably the most secure way for you to get predictable, consistent income, right? With all these AIs going on, guys, you guys know about AIs, right? ChatGPT. There's a taxi here in Miami that self-driving cars is already here. I saw it the other day, right? So 80% of jobs gonna be disrupted right now within the next 2 to 3 years. 80% of jobs not gonna be here. But you know what AI cannot disrupt is where you and I are gonna be sleeping tonight, right? There's no way because everybody will need a place to sleep. You see? So everybody, I don't care who you are, even you, the kings of kings, queens of queen, wherever, you need a place to sleep. That's it. And the richer you are, the more you're gonna pay for that place. That's it, right? So that's why I love real estate and I love the rental business, because it's consistent, predictable, and it's never gonna be disrupted. I don't care what it is, right? Financial freedom formula. What's the formula for you to get absolute financial freedom? Okay. Month 1, just get 1 arbitrage. You make 2K a month per property on average, right? Month 2, you get two a month for the next 5 months. After 6 months, you have 11 properties, making you $22,000 on almost passive income per month. Imagine you making 22K a month right now. What would change in your life? And you only need to work a couple hours a week, right? After you set everything up, like literally, and you can live from anywhere around the world. You can travel around anywhere and the money keep coming in. What would you do? How would you feel? What would change in your life? Imagine that right now, right? That's more than most doctors make, right? 264K a year, 10 years, that's $2.6 million, guys. That's the financial freedom formula. That's it. There's no big thing about it. Just most people just don't know that they can do that, right? So it's just 2 a month, very doable. You're just renting it. You're not buying the property. You're not rehabbing. You're not taking loans out, blah, blah, blah. You know, that would take forever. This very fast, right? Speed is the new big, guys. Speed is the most important thing. Attack speed. Why are we different? What other Airbnb gurus don't tell you, right? It's about corporate housing, right? Is that we are renting it out on, there's other platforms besides Airbnb and VRBO. And you don't want to just use Airbnb, VRBO because they take, first of all, they take like 30% of your profit. I love them, but they take a lot of profit. Secondly, is you don't want to be dependent on just one source, right? They always like, there's just so many things. Why would we depend? I have like tons of other sources from insurance, from companies, from you know, construction, IT, relocation, all of that, right? Now, this is not really active income because once you set it up, they pay. This is money, cash flow, but your cash flow is the name of the game. I don't care who you are, where you come from, cash flow is king. The most important thing you got to focus on is your cash flow. Cash flow equal freedom. Write that down. I want to have. Well, that's one of my phrases. Cash flow equal freedom. Because it doesn't matter if you're like a billionaire, but you are negative in cash flow. You're going to feel so much stress, right? You're going to feel poorer than like a regular 9-to-5er who making positive cash flow. You see what I'm saying? So why is this business? Why I love this business is low investment with high cash flow. Write this down. Asymmetrical risk to reward is what you should look for in any business. Number one thing Richard Branson said, what's in the downside? And look at any business, what's the downside? Okay, protect the downside. And then what's the upside, right? So the risk to reward, if you only risk 1 and you win 5, that's when you should take that deal, right? There's no deal is perfect. You know, I will learn this. I spent a whole week with all the top 10 billionaires with Tony Robbins, right? I pay $100K to a year to attend those those mastermind. And that's the number one thing I learned is asymmetrical risk to reward. So pay attention. I'm giving this to you for free right now. Okay. It's, you know, these are the secrets of the rich. If any business you look into, whatever you do, if you lose, only lose $1. And if you win $5 or more. Why? Because you could be wrong 80% of the time and you still make money. Do you hear me? You could be wrong 80% of the time and you still make money if your risk to reward is right, right? Now, with our business, it's even better. The risk to reward is 1 to 10, right? Because what's the worst can happen is if it doesn't work out, you just lose the deposit and first month rent, and that's it. It's only a few $1,000, right? But when you win, you're gonna win 30,000 a year for like, you know, 5-6 years, 5-10 years, whatever. So you do the math, it's like 10 to 20 times more than what you'll be losing, right? So that's why it's super important to get that, okay? And this is probably the only business that I know that can actually do that kind of reward for you, that give you a consistent income on a regular basis without you trading your time for money. Now, I know some of you probably like traders, stock market, blah, blah, you make 1,000% of crypto, make 1,000%, blah, blah. Well, listen, you can lose 1,000% too, right? Like we experienced in the past around. So it's not, and plus you it's still active income, trading and crypto and all that. You still gotta go out there and trade and make money, right? And you're not in control of the market. You're not in control of how much, when's the market go up, down, and all that, you know? But this, you can control how many properties you go out there and get, how many clients you go out there and make, you know, and get, you know? Anyway, so the fast method, F is to find the right location, A to ask to sublease, S is set up to stand out, the T is to tap into corporate housing. These are the keys for you to success right here, the 4-step, very easy 4-step method. Number 1, find the right location. Why? What's the number 1 rule in real estate? Location, 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 right? So there's a myth out there. I don't know how to find a deal, where to find a deal. I need a ton of research, a ton of software, right? I don't know which is a good deal or bad deal, right? What if I can share with you just some simple secrets that took me years to figure out, but allow you to find the right deals 80-90% right all the time. When you guys like to know. Okay, so I'll share you the secret for free right now. So I hope you appreciate it. Share this, help other people. Okay, it's called the 3H's rule: highways, hospitals, and hotels. As long as where two highway intersect, you know, that's where the traffic flow, right? And then you got a hospital, you got hotels, you usually congregate in one of those four pieces of the pie, or even two of the pieces of pie when you divide two highway crossing, you see? So when the whales congregate them, they drop 100 million, 200 million, $1 billion into a project. Don't you think they've done the research, right? So all we need to do is follow them. Follow the whales and you're going to get fed. Write that down, guys. That's it. Follow the whales, you're going to get fed, okay? Now, of course, there's a lot more to that, but I don't have time to go into it today. There's actually 3 more hidden edges that I only reserve that for my clients. I hope you understand. But with this information, you can literally find the right location 80% of the time, right? You like that? Pretty good, huh? All right. A, to ask the sublease, right? Why the myth? Why would landlord want to give you their property? Why don't they just do it themselves? Well, first of all, that's a myth because one, most of them don't know what the hell they're doing. Secondly, most of them, they're just too busy being busy that they don't even want to learn, right? And third is you're going to be their best clients. You're going to be the best tenants if you know what I know. So that way that they will like literally give you more properties that you can't even handle. Okay, you want to leverage our corporate housing network, not just doing Airbnb. Never say just Airbnb. Okay, I'll give you the pitch, the multi-million-dollar pitch that made me millions of dollars right now. You ready for the pitch? For free, by the way, right now. Okay. If you don't like it, get your refund. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Landlord, I love your property. We do corporate housing professionally. We have a corporate housing network, over 100+ members. We've done hundreds of properties nationwide, combined 20 years experience. And if we can do business together, one, I'm going to clean it professionally every single few months. I will pay for it. Secondly, any maintenance under $200 a month, I will handle it. I'm not even going to bother you middle of the night unless something big, right? I will co-manage it for you for free. Third, we have corporate clients, professionals. So they will take care of the properties. They don't want to lose their job. They're not going to party or anything like that. They just want to go to work, go home, take care of the family, right? So with that being said, has any of the applicants offer you all these above that I'm offering you? Like, no, right? Interesting. Tell me more, right? And then if they don't, if they're even hesitant and you got to push them over, give them the ACE card. Give them the secret card. What's the ACE card? What if I can pay you 10% above market rent? You know, $100, $200 above market rent. Has anybody offered you all this? No, right? Come on, like everybody, all the applicants are nickel and diming people all the time. Okay. And then I want to share this with you. That's why we build a network. Write this down. The power of the network is in the network, guys. The power of the network is in the network. That's super powerful, super deep. Okay. So that's why we build a network. If you go to beyondchn.com, you see all our partners here in that partnership. These are all of our partners, all of our students, clients that we partner up with. We help them build a website, build the properties. And you show this to a potential landlord, it's game over, baby. It's game over, right? We have properties all nationwide, everywhere, very professional, right? So that's why I'm saying you gotta learn how to leverage a network. And that's why, like, listen, if you're gonna go to war, is it better for you to go to war by yourself or with an army? Right? And get each and every day is like, if I want to do it right, I do it myself. Okay. Well, good luck in battle there, my friend. Good luck in battle, right? Go to war by yourself. I don't want to join you either. So, okay. And it's so funny. It's just common sense, right? But when people like, oh, I got to do everything myself, you know, I want it done it right. I want to control everything, blah, blah, blah. Well, you're not going to do anything great by yourself, guys. Okay, has anybody you seen anybody done anything great by themselves? Even like the athlete, the genius, the inventors, they have teams around them, right? And the best of the best of the team. Anyway, S, set up to stand out. How do you set up to stand out? The myth, setup is too much work, man. It's too much work. Well, I mean, how about you go to school for 8 years, go there, work 50 hours a week for a freaking 40 years, and tell me if that's too much work, okay? You gotta understand, once you set it up, it's constant income. You want something where you set it up one time, you get paid forever. You hear? That's the most important thing. And the second thing, you gotta learn how to leverage other people. There's plenty of handyman made that will love your work to take care of your family. You know, there are some properties I have not stepped foot in for years, 7 years, and I'm still making money off of it, believe it or not. Right? Because I have my team running for me. And it's not a big team. It's usually one maid and one handyman, and they're not even your W-2 employee. It's 1099. So you pay them per deal, per project. And guess what? I'm just taking money from the company to pay them anyway. So overpay your people is one of the key things. One of my secrets is I always take care of my people. They love me, right? I have people trying to steal my people all the time, but no. There's like, I love Chow. I love Dr. Chow. I want to stay with him. I don't care how much you give me, right? You just gotta build a relationship, and you gotta just over deliver, right? Write this down. An amateur will negotiate with you, nickel and dime you till you die, right? Okay, the average person will want a fair deal, 50-50. But the pro, guys, listen to me very carefully. This will change your life. I don't care if you do this or not. The pro will give you more in the beginning and also later as well. They will give you more for what you're doing for them. Understand? Very important. All right. T, tap into corporate housing, guys. How do you tap into corporate housing? Myth, I don't know where to find the corporate clients, how do I reach out to them, So listen, I have the sources, I have the relationships, 7-8 years of doing this. I can just hook you up and you get clients right away. How do you think stay-at-home mom and truck driver make 6-figure income within months? Okay. They're not going to be able to do that themselves without my sources, without my help, without my team, right? So now if you still want to do this yourself, after all of that, you still said, oh, I'm going to go battle into myself. Yeah, that will show you the way. You can do it. Call the human resource department of all these companies and build your list that way. So these companies like hospitals, like construction, like TV show, if you're in LA, call them up one by one and get your clients that way, So that's how you do it. Yeah. Instagram, sorry guys, Instagram saying no sound. I'm gonna restart it. All right. All right, what's the formula? What's the formula for corporate housing? First month rent, first month deposit is the initial expenses. That's it. You can either buy the furniture or rent the furniture. And then what do you charge the companies? You charge them 2 times the rent plus utilities. That's how much you charge them, okay? So what's the return on investment? Check this out. If your initial expenses is like first month rent, first month deposit, like let's say 2,500 rent, 2,500 deposit, plus furniture, so about 12,000 per deal. Okay, you make 2K a month. 6 months, you make your money back. Within your first year, you double your money. Guys, what kind of business out there within your first year, you double your money back, right? That's 200% return, guys. 200% return. Who here want to make 200% return? How much return are you making right now on your savings? Okay, in your deals, your multi-family deals, I know, right? It's great. But I'm guaranteed nobody's making 200% return that's backed up by real estate without doing the strategy, right? Yeah, I mean, I know like you can make 15-20%. That's great. But how would you like to make 200%? Okay, that's how I and so many regular people become get financial freedom so fast because we don't need a lot of money to do this. It's arbitraging. For one property that you buy, you can do 10 arbitrage and make 10 times the cash flow. And it's all about what? It's all about cash flow. Cash flow equal what? Put down the chat. Cash flow equal freedom, right? Why? Because each of these property will give you 2K in passive income, almost passive income. You need 5 properties to make 10K a month. That's how much I make as a doctor, pharmacy, you know? And if you do 2 a month, that's only 2.5 months. You get there. You get there in 2.5 months. You got it? 2.5 months from now, you can literally make as much as a regular doctor. And if you want to make more, just do more. Just do another 2.5 months. So within 5 months, you can make 20K a month all day long. You know, how would 20K a month change your life? You know, now you rent the furniture, you need only 6-7K to get one started. And you make like 24K a year. So that's 4 times the money. That's where the 400% return come from. So disclaimer, I'm not an attorney, I'm tax accountant. This is not legal advice. All right. The easy way to mimic success, mimic, model, master, and multiply. Mimic other people's success. That's what all the great taught me. Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, Richard Branson, all they did was mimic, model, master, and then they multiply. Okay. Why? What's my one mission? Is to help 1 million families get financial freedom by 2027. Right? I already got what I wanted. I retired my mom and dad, thank God. 12 years cancer thriver. You can give her a hand for her. She's a champion, right? I couldn't have done it without this business because I'm able to have the time and the money and the location freedom to take care of her, right? But now it's like, it's more, life is much more than just taking care of me and my family, right? Life is about helping a lot of people. Think big, right? 1 million families get financial freedom by 2027. Eventually, I want to have 1 billion followers, right? And change people's lives, make it a movement, okay? Because my true passion is to help people take the step to change their life forever. There's nothing that's more meaningful than seeing some of my students who created the dream life of myself and just come back and thank me so much, like every day, like, oh, thank you so much, Dr. Chow changed my life, okay? So what are the 3 phases of this business? Number 1 is the market analysis, how to find the golden location, how to find a good deal, how do you see which one is a good deal or bad deal. The second phase is we will help you how you close the landlord, how you leverage our network, to close the landlord and expand your portfolio. The third phase is how do you get the sources of corporate clients so you can get bookings and get money right away. If all this did, guys, is to give you the freedom lifestyle, would it be worth it to do this, right? Of course, right? If all this did to give you the skill set to earn multiple 6-figure income in the next 6 months, would it be worth it to do this? You got to answer this for you and yourself. I cannot answer it for you, right? For me, absolutely. I sacrificed 8 years plus sweat and tears, to get a doctorate to make 10K a month, okay? This you can do within a few months. So why not? And plus, it's unlimited and it's location freedom and all the freedom that I talk about. Now, if all this did to give you the time to spend with your loved one and to really have the time to live on your life, your passion, your purpose, would it be worth it to do this? This is my mom and dad right here. Thank God I'm able to travel around the world with them. Whatever they want to do, I do it with them. Retire both of them, bought them the dream home. And picture a day where your mom and dad are with you overlooking beautiful sunset right here, have a family photograph day, a professional photographer. And we had an amazing dinner and she looked me straight in the eyes and she had tears in her eyes and she said, son, thank you so much for taking care of me. Thank you so much for that leap of faith that you did years ago, even though I was the naysayer, I was the one that held you back. But thank God that you didn't listen to me and really go out there and after your dreams and achieve it. So that way you retire me, my honey, my husband, and now we live the life I dream. How would you feel when your loved one, your significant other, your son, your daughter, whoever it is, your mom, your dad say that to you? Imagine that right now, guys, and like hold that vision vividly so that nobody can take your dream away from you, okay? So, okay, guys, so I will show you, I'm just going to show you the ways, right? The hard way is do this on your own or trying to do the 401k stock market deal or the long-term, whatever multifamily deal. You need $2.5 million at 4% dividends to make 10K a month. How long will it take for you to save $2.5 million at your current saving rate? Okay, can I be honest with you, right? Even at doctor level, I wasn't able to do, I was gonna save $2.5 million. It would take me like 40 years. Who knows where we're gonna be next 4 years? Regardless, I'm not talking about 40 years. Or the other way, the better way is just do this business literally a few hours a week, part-time. Work from anywhere around the world, right? I have people who make money from like 15, 20K in Providence in Florida, and he's living in Canada, you know? Anyway, and then you can just make money right away instead of having to go to school, go back to school, whatever. Warren Buffett said the best investment you can make is in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn. This is from the greatest investor of our time, okay? Mistake you will make when you leave here, I end with this, not knowing the market, not knowing which is a good deal or bad deal, because a bad deal can cost you a tons of money, time, energy. Wouldn't you agree? Going at it alone, right? Going to battle, going to war by yourself. Remember, you get killed. Okay. Not leveraging mentors or their lessons, lack of motivation, lack of accountability. Think you know it all. You know what's the number one thing we look for when we're not gonna accept all of our coaching clients have to go through an interview, right? Why? Because we're looking for three things: persistent, great attitude, and coachable. Okay. Now you got to have all three, but the most important one is to being coachable, because if you're not coachable, I cannot help you. When the student's ready, the teacher will appear. Okay. So are you coachable on scale 1 to 10? If you're an 8 or 9, then apply. If not, then don't worry about it. I wander around aimlessly for years trying to find the sources, corporate clients, because they think they can do it themselves. Yes, you can do it yourself. I told people, can you do it yourself? Absolutely. I believe anybody can do this themselves. It's just going to take you 10 times longer. It's going to cost you 10 times more in mistakes. It's going to cost you 10 times more in frustration, relationship, and 10 times more risk, and 10 times more likely you're going to quit along the way versus getting to achieve your dream. Up to you. I'm just showing you the way. Whether you want to take it or not is up to you, right? That's the truth with anything in life. I don't care if it's like playing piano or trying to swim or do whatever. Same thing. Everybody need a mentor. Everybody need a group that hold them accountable and have a great attitude and get stuff done. And we'll give you a guarantee too. Check this out. This is the guarantee that nobody is giving. If you follow our mastermind coaching, and if your first property is not booked after 30 days of it going live, we actually pay you the first month rent of your lease. You guys get that? So I'm eliminating the biggest risk is the rent, okay? It is no brainer, guys. Literally, I don't know how I can come up with a better guarantee than that, okay? So, you know, the risk to reward with this guarantee is like 1 to 50. You only, you know, so who want more help? Okay, who want more help? If you want more help, there's a link in the chat. Click on that, book a call with our advisor for 1 hour, advising call to make sure that see if you're a good fit, see what we can do for you, what you can do for us, all of that, and then go from there, you know, and that's it. So see that link in the chat, book that call now before you lose your motivation and think, you know, tomorrow or whatever. No, don't procrastinate, right? When would now be a good time to change your life? You know, the one thing that Tony Robbins taught me is when you are in the moment of inspiration, you want to take action for the next step right away, right? Why? Because you want to commit yourself, you know, because we are all like lazy, naturally, you know, creature, right? But if we commit, then we will make it happen. That's why Grant said, number one secret is commit first. And that's why I pay so much for myself, because I know if I pay myself that much, I will emotionally commit it and I will make it happen. Otherwise, I'm just like, you know, it's free. I'm never going to do it, whatever, right? But anyway, schedule the interview, apply for my mentorship. Like I said, we have a lot of people, hundreds of thousands of followers. We get a lot of people. So make sure that, you know, we're going to go through the interview, make sure it's a good fit for you and not just tire kicker, right? If you're serious about this and you really want to change your life now, then we invite you to take that interview. Okay. All right. Lastly, I'm going to play this success story and then we're going to see any questions. Drop your questions in the chat real quick. Anybody?
I jumped into this group and I'm happy to report that I had huge success. I received 3 bookings that covered 5 months in 7 days. I'm profiting around $7,000.
We got our first lease signed within a week of joining the program. And that was insane because it was our first big goal, right? Like get our first lease signed, and we saw it as this really big mountain.
Got it set up in a few days, got it listed, and then we got our first booking.
First month, I was able to lock my first property in. That was gaining me about $4,500 a month in income.
This group is filled with people of all different levels of experience. And then of course, we have Dr. Chow, the guru.
Dr. Cho and his team have been absolutely amazing.
So Dr. Chow would do a market analysis with us to show us the best areas to invest and get started in. And that was really helpful. Being part of a community of people that are doing it successfully, it makes you feel confident in the moment.
Help me get to my goal when it comes to the income flow from here. And this is almost happening, right? Aside from setting it up for the very first.
Tired, quit my job, 9 to 5, making surgeon money, really good money.
I'm 25.
I'm 27. Honestly, we're happier than ever.
BNB secrets.
You gotta do it. Burn your boats, man. Man, you just gotta surround yourself with people that are like-minded, share the same passion for life, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't accomplish what you want to accomplish.
And that's this group. Get in this group. You'll do it. You'll quit your job.
That's right. Yeah, freedom.
In your 20s and be free.
Absolutely.
That is awesome, man. I love these guys. How many properties do you have? 7. And how many months? Yeah, 15 now.
1,500 to 2,500 a month.
Per home. Per home. Yeah. So that's 6-figure income right here. Right? And you're about to get freedom, right?
Definitely. I'm about to quit my job.
That's right. You have to get a job, guys.
Working on my second one. It's 2 months, and the second one plan is to do a lot more very soon. This guy is great, man. You gotta check him out. He's awesome. If I was you, I would join right away.
Man, join us, guys. You're gonna have a lot of fun right here, man. Cool. All right, guys. Any questions out there? Drop that in the chat. Here's your chance. Okay, don't lose it. All right. Let's see here. Questions? No. So for the question is 10 leases, 10 like affecting your FICO score or whatever. You can use your company is the lease. So, yeah, you don't have to worry about that. And we show you the ways to do that too. Okay, so the areas that I personally have it in, it doesn't really matter, but the students, have success everywhere. Everywhere from California to Texas to Phoenix to Florida. So look in your backyard, first of all, is where the grass is not always greener on the other side, right? If you can do a couple in your backyard, you know how to do it, and then you can expand to other states, like a lot of my students do anyway, Yeah, so yeah, Anton, just you using the LLC to do the lease, right? But like the landlord is not gonna like go crazy about it if you couldn't make the rent and get out, because landlord can understand it. As long as you just forfeit the deposit and pay them an extra month, most of them are very understandable to let you go, right? Because they don't have time to go and do crazy stuff like sue people and all of that. It costs them money. They just want to have money to pay and have tenants in, right? But follow our system, you're gonna get 89% of chance of that you get it probably right anyway, and plus I guarantee you the rent. So really, there's no really risk here. Okay. Yeah, bonds are like 5%. I know, right? 16 beneath. Yep. Yep. My black brother. Anson. All right. Harvey, possible to do business in Canada. So it is possible. We don't do it in Canada because we specialize in the US, right? So I wouldn't feel right to tech students in Canada. So, but we do recommend if you are in another country to do it in the US. So we do have people from other countries who do it in the US very successfully. So, and it's a lot more stable in the US. So I would highly recommend that. Yeah. And you can also partner with other people in the group to do stuff in the US too. How do you get the house to switch them over to Airbnb? So you just got to pitch the landlord. How do you pitch the landlord to get the properties, right? That's what I went over, and I that's what I will coach you on too. Yeah, if you're watching online, on the stream or whatever, you can go book that call through the link in my bio. Yeah, you have routes to go, man. Yeah. You need to join us then. Like we have the corporate connect. All the corporate connect took me 7-8 years to find. Lots sweat and tears, by the way, trying to sort through all the bad ones and only give you the best, right? Do I think Airbnb website is accurate? So Airbnb, you don't need to use that for corporate housing. So that's something you don't need to pay for. It's probably accurate for vacation rental, but by the way, vacation rental is oversaturated, overregulated. And it's not a long-term game. A long-term game is corporate housing. How long is the coaching before you can get started? That's up to you, right? We have regular people with no experience within our first month, got 4 properties. So it's all about your execution, your mindset, right? And that's what we coach you on as well. But that's the record. If you want to beat that, actually the record is 5 properties within 30 days. So if you can keep that up, right, you can have like 40 properties within 10 months, making you like 80, 100K a month. Oh, what if you have horrible credit? Okay, you need a partner. 1, you need to fix your credit. 2, and you need to build your business credit. 3, we can help you with a business credit. We're fixing your credit. Our team might have somebody for you. But yeah, and then the partnership, definitely we can help with as far as like getting into the group and find other people who are willing to become amazing partner with them, give more than what you take, always, like I was saying, and then you can find better partners, right? Any last questions here? Yeah, good night, Anton. I'll be flying to Mexico. I'll try to do my best to make it. But now you're definitely in good hands. DC, yes. DC, we have some people in DC, yes. It's a good market. Yes, and go see your Africa for sure. Sublease is a business. Yeah, it's a business. You want to do everything in the business. Oh, by the way, you can get real estate professional status and you get a lot of tax write-off doing this. So if you guys are W-2 and you don't have a business, highly recommend this, because I have a doctor friend who paying like 6 figures in taxes, guys. Well, by just having a couple of these corporate housing, you can become a real estate professional and you have the #1, the most tax write-off out of all of them, right? And that is huge, guys. Imagining saving, 50, 80% of the taxes that you're paying. So, that is huge, because the #1 expense is what? Taxes. Okay, the initial investment for the mentorship is depending on a few things, right? So we want, that's why we had that interview, because we have a couple of packages depending on where you want to go and where you want to be to schedule that call. And then if you're not qualified, we're not even gonna we're not gonna invite you to do it either. So you got to go through that interview process too, or we don't just accept everybody. We want to make sure it's a good fit for both of us. Okay. Being coachable, being persistent, and have a great attitude on a scale 1 to 10 is what we're looking for. Right. All right, guys. I think that's it. If there's any other questions, just message me online or wherever you found me from, Instagram or email, whatever. And then last thing we do is we will put our hands together like this, and I'm going to count down to 10 to 1, and then we're going to yell out freedom. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freedom! Yes, 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 freedom, baby. Woo! All right, thanks very much, guys, for joining. Share this, spread the love. This will be posted in our Facebook group. If you're not joining our Facebook group, please join us. It's Beyond Airbnb VRBO Secrets. You can search for that, or Rianne will send you that email out. Make sure they send the recording of this for people who miss it or whatever, and then invite them to the Facebook group. Okay, Rianne? All right. All right. Take care, guys. Good night.